Okay, so y'all see this shirt? This is a little bit of comedic relief in a moment that I'm kind of like stressed out and upset about. So it says, I'm just a bad chick with a bald head living life, right? Kind of again, comedic relief, because if you know the Nazarite vow, the Nazarites are supposed to have long hair. I have had to cut my hair 5 times since I took my vow. And a lot of people probably take the vow and don't do it the way that I do. But when I read the Bible and I'm looking at the words in Hebrew, I'm like, well, this is what it says. And so I'm going to explain, because I had somebody message me recently saying, you don't have to cut your hair over and over and over. You're right. I don't want to cut my hair. I want my hair to be long and strong and beautiful, the way that it's supposed to be under the Nazarite vow. And I'm naming this video The Nazarite with No Hair, again, almost as a joke, as comedic relief for a moment that is quite frustrating for me. So when you read Numbers 6, I'm going to read verse 3 in particular. So that's where we get the rule that I keep struggling with, the law that I keep struggling with. So it says, he shall abstain from wine and strong drink. He shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat fresh grapes or dried. Now, it's not my struggle. My struggle is not alcohol. I don't drink. I haven't had a drink, any type of substance that's going to cause me to be in an altered state. Any, what do they call them? What do they call that? Recently I just said the word. I was talking to a friend of mine. Stimulants. I haven't had stimulants in that regard. So it's not that. That's not my problem. The problem comes in where it says he shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. We're not to drink vinegar. Okay? And I'm going to get to it, but those words in the Hebrew, where he says, Meyayin, Veshekar, Yetzor, Chometz, Yayin, V'chometz, Shechar, Lo, Yishte. And that is saying no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. I went through a long process of figuring out what exactly was vinegar, right? What is vinegar? Hold on this for a second, because I'm gonna grab another prop. Give me a second real quick. So, what is vinegar, right? I went through a whole process of how is vinegar even made, right? So, I found out. I went and I did some searching. How is vinegar even made? So, I found out. I did some searching and I looked and I said, oh, okay, so vinegar is made, they actually call it, they call vinegar, okay, here we go. They actually call another word for vinegar sour wine. So there's no way of making vinegar without going through the process of it becoming wine or strong drink. And then now it's soured, and that's what we have as vinegar. It's the fermentation past the point of where it's intoxicating, and now it becomes soured, and that's what we call vinegar. So I started to look at ingredients. That was when, at the beginning of this vow, I was looking at ingredients like crazy. And I still do. When I go to the store, I read every single ingredient that goes into my body. Everything. And today, I'm at the store. I'm looking at the ingredients. I get all of my stuff, and I say, you know what? I'm going to go get a sandwich. I knew there's one spot I could get sandwiches from, and I don't have to worry about, because I know all their ingredients. So I got a sandwich. And before I got this sandwich. I was still at the grocery store, and I said, I'm going to grab a soda too, because I just, every once in a while like to have a little treat. So I went to the soda section. Initially, I was going to get seltzer water because I love seltzer water. I actually had one in my cart. Then I saw cream soda, and I was like, oh, they're so good. And that would be so good with my sandwich. So I grabbed the cream soda, put the seltzer water back, and I go get my sandwich, and I'm driving down the street, and I head back. It's about a 20-minute drive back to my house, and I'm eating my sandwich because I'm so hungry. I'm eating and just enjoying my sandwich, and then I pull over because I'm like, you know what? I need my soda, and it's in the back, and that would just be amazing. That would just hit the spot right now with my sandwich. I go, and I grab... Get back, buddy. Wait. My dog. So I go, and I grab the soda out the back, and I get back in the front seat, and I'm just finished my sandwich. Now, the dog keeps moving my camera, sorry. Just finished my sandwich, and now I'm about to drink my soda. I go, and it's the only thing that I got at the grocery store that I didn't look at the ingredients. And it's just such a reminder that we do so many things mindlessly without thinking. We don't think about the ingredients. We don't think about the repercussions. We don't think about the action. It's just like what we're so used to doing. And this vow has definitely taught me that. I have been under this vow for 8 months now. I've had to cut my hair 5 times now. This is going to be my 6th time, because while I'm sitting there drinking, this is literally the soda, cream soda, and I forgot to look at the ingredients, which I do with everything. As I take a sip and I look down and I see vanilla extract. If you don't know, vanilla extract actually has the same process. It comes from liquor, and then it's, fermented past the point of intoxication, and now you have the extract. And so that's how the extract is actually received. So I drank this, and I'm looking at him like, I wanted to, like, it was like literally right here. I was like, I wonder if I could just spit this back up. And immediately I text my friend. I said, I was doing so good, and I drank. And you can see I didn't really, this was probably about this much, and I took a sip. And as soon as I saw that, I was just like, in 8 days, I will have to cut my hair again. And I've been trying to grow my hair. This will be the 6th time. I don't know anybody that that has done the Nazarite vow the way I have been doing it. I have been trying to keep it as close to the Torah as I can, following what Yah has called us to do, as close as possible. And in the midst of that, I've failed over and over and over. And I know some people say, well, why do you keep trying? Why do you keep doing this? It's been life-changing for me at the same time. In the midst of my failure, I've grown, like, incredibly. I mean, to the point that I'm about to cry right now. I've grown a lot. I've literally gotten to a place Okay, I'm trying to pull myself together so I can actually talk. But I've gotten to a place that I never thought I would get to in my life, that I aspired to, that after making really bad decisions in life, it's been really hard to get to this space. I've worked hard. And even in my failures over and over the past 8 months, I'm so determined. I'm so determined to get it right and to keep trying. And maybe that's just life, you know? Maybe you end up being the Nazarite with no hair, but you keep trying. Over and over, you just keep trying and keep figuring it out. And every time you learn something new, and every time you keep pushing forward and you get stronger. And for whatever reason, you know, I find myself back in this space. But in so many ways, I'm so determined not to give up. And because I just know that, especially as I keep moving forward and doing the things, like getting to the place that I really aspire to. Like I talk about it a lot. Like I want to eat like 80% of my diet off the land and, you know, be healthier in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, be a stronger person, be able to give more to my community, be whole and healed. And, you know, in the midst of me trying to figure out, you know, is this even something that I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what y'all's telling me to do? I've had, you know, things come along the way and people come along the way that would question that. And it's just, every day is confirmation. Every day is affirmation that, yeah, you did the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Keep pushing forward. Because even in the midst of your failures, you're growing incredibly. And I'm crying because when I think of my younger self, I didn't see myself making it to here. Like, I've been at points where I just wanted to kill myself at points. And I made it through that, and now I'm like, I want to see the other side. I want to see every bit of the other side. I'm so determined to see the other side. I don't want to just say I'm a Hebrew. I want to be a Hebrew. I want to live this out. I want to walk this out as close to the Bible as I can. So yeah, in 8 days, I'll go back to I'm just a bad chick with a bald head living life. Trying my best. You know, trying my best. And now I know I can't have cream soda. It's a reminder. I should have known that. And I did know it. You do things mindlessly sometimes. But I'm growing. I'm definitely growing.